Hey, what's going on? So in this video is more for my American audience over at the United States, and this video it's not just for you, but it's for my fellow South Africans as well, because in America, the United States, whatever's happening there, it's also happening here in South Africa too. So title of this video is Liberal Democrats are gonna lose their minds come November 2022, come the midterm elections. So I've saw some articles online talking about how the American airlines and airports and they're sort of like starting to ban the COVID schmovy mask mandates, right? And rightfully so, because it's some of us saw the hypocrisy, the shenanigans coming a mile away. So I still find it funny how here in South Africa we're still doing the whole mask mandates in many institutions and places such as the gyms, at grocery stores, at supermarkets, even at work, right? So I still find it funny how us in South Africa we're still playing these games, right? These mask mandate games. We still haven't lifted them yet. And it's partially because people are still ignorant, right? See, in South Africa, news is very straightforward. It's not necessarily, there's no propaganda, there's no spinning of narratives. It's just straightforward news. However, the people that report news have no idea what they're reporting. They're just doing what they're told, right? Unlike in America, they're busy spinning false narratives, which is why people have sort of like strayed away from mainstream television shows, right? I'm watching, NASA space programs, but that's, I digress. Back to the video, right? People have moved away from mainstream TV and now they're looking for content creators, for reliable sources of information, right? Which is why our platforms are growing, because in mainstream media, authenticity is gone. It's all fake. Just like how the Joe Biden administration is busy faking the White House press conferences. They have a different studio set up across the road from the White House. Now you're asking yourself, why would they do that? It's unclear. Right now, it's unclear, but I'm pretty sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. But anyway, my point here is, ladies and gentlemen, narratives. If you're gonna put out narratives out there, you have a huge responsibility, because narratives shape people's thoughts and perceptions. It's very critical. It's very crucial, right? And the left, the liberal Democrats over in America, they have propagated the false narratives of the dangerous COVID schmovy mask, and we must put on masks, and it's propaganda, right? And people have been scared stiff by the mainstream media narratives, because if it's on the news, it must be true, right? Not really, not really. So again, over in America, they're starting to fight back. They're starting to push back against the mask mandates, and the liberal Democrats are going ballistic, right? Parents are starting to fight back against the critical race theory narrative that some of us, they were starting to teach us at universities, and the whole LGBTQ thing. Parents are starting to fight back against that, and I'm glad. I'm glad people are standing up and standing for what's right, for the truth. And of course, we've had Elon Musk buying major, huge shares of from Twitter. And of course, liberal Democrats are going crazy. They don't like it. Good. You know, which is why a week ago I sent out a request at my university for them to grant me an invite to do a public speaking seminar where I address issues of what's going on, because people are just, even the people that are teaching things, people that are dishing out information whether it's from the news or from higher tertiary educational institutions, those people themselves, they're only doing their job. They're just doing what they're told. Now, people like me, right? People who are thinking, we've seen the effects of putting out dangerous information out there, right? Hazardous information, or narratives, dangerous narratives such as critical race theory and the LGBTQ lessons in schools and the whole Covey Schmovey shenanigans. False narratives. Propaganda is dangerous. If you're going to put out narratives out there, you have a major responsibility to make sure that it's true and it's factual and it's accurate, right? So, see, this is the thing about me. I'm from South Africa, right? I'm South African, and I see the effects that it's happening. Whatever's happening in America, it's also happening here with us here in South Africa. So this channel really deserves to be, in terms of views and subscribers, it should have gone through the roof by now. Because if I was in America, because here in South Africa we're not really big on YouTube in terms of like supporting brands that support YouTube content creators. Excuse me. South Africa is not really big on content creators. We don't really have much support because the content creators here, the content creators here that are blossoming, it's entertainment, right? It's these short clips where people are doing some buffoonish stuff, but people who are talking some heavy duty, high end intellectual content, we don't really have much support. If I was over in America, I would have most probably had an invite at Vlad TV, Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro. This channel would have gone through the roof by now already. But again, South Africa needs me. South Africa needs channels like mine, right? Because I'm exposing the dark elements, the dark truths of what we're being force-fed in the media. And people have no idea. This is why... how can I say this? Here in South Africa, I don't have much support because people are still looking at mainstream media as their main source of information. And like sheep, they're just consuming without thinking for themselves. Now, I come along and say, hey, this what you think, these narratives you're seeing on TV, it's fake, false propaganda, right? And this channel is yet to blow up, I'm telling you now. But that's all. Yeah, that's all for me for now. But what I'm glad to see is the Liberal Democrats are going to lose their minds because people are starting to fight back against their false narratives. Right. So yeah, that's it for me for now. Let me get out of here before I lose my mind. Before I That's it for me for now. Thanks for watching.